Hello there everybody, thanks for watching Giraffe Sports. My name is Cole Martins. In today's episode, we're going to be talking about the NASCAR Sprint Cup Series and the race at Kansas Motor Speedway. 267 laps of great action on Sunday, and the first race of the round of 12 for the chase for the Sprint Cup. And in this race, it had a big impact as 6 of the 12 drivers in the chase had some problems in this race. So let's get right to it, as Kevin Harvick was your pole sitter for the race, and he led the field to the green flag, and he led all the way to lap 44, where non-chase driver Jamie McMurray would take the lead from him. But then we had to lap 70, where we have our first caution of the day, as they found debris in turn 4. And then we had to lap 76, where Dale Earnhardt Jr., who had a very fast car at the beginning of this race, would take the lead and get some crucial points in the chase. And then we had to lap 78, where we have our second caution of the day, as a driver who made the chase but got eliminated last week, Kurt Busch, gets into the wall and had some pretty big impact at the wall, which actually took him out of the race. Then we had to lap 85, just a few laps after they went back under green. Jimmy Johnson, a driver in the chase, has a very unfortunate event and loses it, and also takes with him Greg Biffle, Allgaier, and Wise in a big crash in the corner, and took Allgaier out of the race. Jimmy Johnson didn't return in the race, but he came around 50 laps down, so not a great day for him in the first day of the chase, and a huge hit in the points for him. Then we had to lap 122, where our leader Dale Earnhardt Jr. gets into the wall as well after blowing a tire, and he takes some pretty serious damage, and he was sent into the garage as well, and he lost quite a few laps in that, and pretty much finished right where Jimmy Johnson did, as Dale Earnhardt Jr. takes a big impact in the points as well. Then under pit stops, Joey Logano took the lead after Dale Earnhardt Jr. hitting the wall. Then we had to lap 128 after the restart. Kevin Harvick would take the lead right back from Joey Logano, but 5 laps later, Joey Logano, who had the better car on the long run, would take the lead right back from Kevin Harvick. Then we had to lap 159, as another car who was dominating the chase so far in the chase, Brad Keselowski, gets into the wall after his tire goes down, and he brings out the 5th caution day, and he takes some serious damage as well in a big hit into the points. And then the race off pit road, one of the tire drivers who's the only one who had pretty much did not have trouble in this race, Kasey Kahne, comes out of the pit with the lead. Then we had to lap 165, where once again Joey Logano has a very great restart and takes the lead from Kasey Kahne coming into turn 1. But a couple laps later at 167, Kevin Harvick would take the lead from Joey Logano. But once again, a lap later, Joey Logano, after his tires gets warmed up, he will take the lead from Kevin Harvick. But then we had to lap 184, where we have our 6th caution of the day, as Joey Gass spins out in turn 2. And once again, that brings out our 6th caution of the day. And Kevin Harvick taking the caution to his advantage, as he wins the race off of pit road. And then about 8 laps after we go green again, on lap 198, Joey Logano will take the lead once again back from Kevin Harvick after getting his tires warmed up. But then on 215, Kevin Harvick has another very unfortunate event for him, after what seems like every time he has a good race going, something bad happens. And once again, it happens again, as Kevin Harvick gets a flat tire, has to come into pits, and will lose a couple laps. But he's the only one who thinks he's having trouble with his car, as on lap 221, Matt Kenseth radioed into his team saying he thinks he had a problem with his car, like a flat tire as well, and he had to come in pits. Luckily for him, it was a part of was in the pit sequence, so he could make it the rest of the race on fuel. But then we had to lap 230, where we have our 7th caution of the day, as another one of the drivers that was in the chase but got eliminated last week, Greg Biffle, gets into the wall and takes some impact also from Eric Ambrose when he blew his tire, and both of them received some pretty good damage in that one, and that brought out our 7th caution of the day. And Ryan Newman, trying to take advantage of this caution, he tries to put his pit strategy into focus, and he will take the lead in pits from taking 2 tires. Then we had to lap 236, where on the restart, after the restart, Kasey Kahne gets into the wall, and after he has some tires issues, So pretty much every car in the Hendrick Motorsports team having issues at Kansas today on Sunday. And Kane would also finish way back, about middle of the pack after going a couple laps down, fixing the damage. And then we head to lap 240, where Joey Logano will once again get the lead as he takes it from Ryan Newman on the restart. And after that, it was clear sailing for Joey Logano all the way to lap 267, where Joey Logano would get the checkered flag and get his 5th win of the year and his 2nd win of the chase. And like I mentioned in the last round of the race, like which he won, I believe 2 races ago, as he's won 2 of the last 3 races now, as he will be locked into the round of 8 in the next round of the chase. And I thought this is an interesting stat coming into this season. Joey Logano coming in only had 3 wins coming in 2014, and already this year he has 5. So through his entire career this year, he's had more wins than he did from, I believe, when he started in 2009. So a great year for Joey Logano so far. As now we have the results here from Kansas. As in first place was Joey Logano. Second place, Kyle Larson, who's been looking very incredible these last couple of races. It just seems like every race he's in the top 5 or somewhere in the top, around the top 5. So the rookie looking very good and looking very strong at the end of the season right now. In third place, Kyle Busch. Fourth place, Truex Jr., who is his best finish of the season at Kansas. Fifth place, Carl Edwards. Sixth place, Ryan Newman. Seventh place, Denny Hamlin. In 12th place, Kevin Harvick, who had that flat tire about three-fourths of the way through the race, bounced back to finish with a decent finish. Matt Kenseth finished had a bounce back after thinking he had a flat tire. He finished 13th. And 14th was Jeff Gordon. In 7th place, the 17th, Tony Stewart. And then 22nd after Casey Ken gets in the wall. He finishes 22nd. And 36th for Brad Keselowski after he gets into the wall. 39th for Dale Earnhardt Jr. 40th for Jimmy Johnson, and 42nd for Kurt Busch. So 3 big name drivers finishing below 35th. So we'll see how that goes into the chase, going on the next 2 races in the chase, and seeing if these guys might need a win to bounce back in this one. As here's the point standings coming out of Kansas out of 1 of the 3 races in the 2nd round. And in first place, of course, is Joey Logano. In second place is Kyle Busch, 6 points behind Logano. In third place, Carl Edwards, who is 9 points back. Fourth place, Ryan Newman, who's also 9 points back. Fifth place, Denny Hamlin, 11 points back. Sixth place, Kevin Harvick, 15 points back. Seventh place, Matt Kenseth, 17 points back. Eighth place, Jeff Gordon, 17 points back. Ninth place, Casey Kane, 25 points back. 10th place, Brad Keselowski, who is 39 points back. 11th place, Dale Earnhardt Jr., 42 points back. And in last place, in 12th, Jimmy Johnson, who is 44 points back. So the guys near the bottom of that, from pretty much 9 down, have to have some big races and hopefully some bad luck for the other drivers to try to get their way into the top 8 and advance to the next round, or to try to get that win in these next 2 races. Speaking of our next race, next week the NASCAR Pickup Series will be heading to Charlotte Motor Speedway for some night racing, as on Saturday, October 11th at 7:30 on ABC, they will be heading to Charlotte Motor Speedway, as 2 drivers who actually finished very bad in this race and got in some trouble have won the last 2 races there. As in the spring, Jimmy Johnson got the win. I believe that was his first win of the year, actually. So trying to sweep the track now and possibly pick up his 4th win of the year and lock himself in the next round. As well as last year's winner of this event, Brad Keselowski, who was going to try to possibly lock himself into the next round after having a very, very good first round of the chase and try to make up for this big problem they're in right now in the point standings. So that is it for this video on the Sprint Cup Series. I'd like to hear what you guys got to think. What did you guys think about the Kansas race? For the guys who did get in trouble, like Brad Keselowski, Dale Earnhardt Jr., and Jimmy Johnson, do you guys think they can bounce back? I'd like to hear what you guys got to say. What do you guys want to talk about? I'd love to hear it. If you could please like this video and subscribe to my channel, I would really appreciate it. You can also follow my Twitter accounts, as you can follow my sports Twitter account at News Giraffe, and you can also follow my Twitter account at ColeMartins57. That is it for this video. I appreciate all you guys that stuck around to watch the end, and you guys have a great day.